And please let that line up well. There we go. Okay. Hey folks, welcome to Let's Play Jacksmith. I got yet another Flash game for you that I played a lot as a kid. And this is a game made by Flipline Studios. If you've never heard of them before, they're most, they're most notable for the Papa Louie games, Wingeria, Pancakeria, and Freezeria, and there's like 10 of them at this point. It's ridiculous. I actually really like that series a lot. And they're games where you make food for people. And I wanted to Let's Play one of them, just because I did love the series a lot back in high school, and I was going to pick Freezeria because that is my personal favorite of the group. But then I realized there is one game from these people that plays almost identical to a Papa Louie game, but is technically completely different, and that is Jacksmith. Wait until you take a look at how this game plays. It's really interesting. I do not have a load. Let's see, just do that real quick. Meet Jacksmith, a very talented blacksmith, and his furry apprentice Scout. Oh, okay. Jacksmith enjoyed his jobs, but horseshoe and hinges weren't paying the bills. Across the lowlands lived the royal Plumpfeather family. King Plumpfeather and his wife, Hildred, have ruled over the land for many years. Beyond Alpine Ridge lived a lonely wizard named Dudley. He was obsessed with the king's beautiful daughter, Liliana? Using his powerful phoenix staff and a barrage of elemental spells, Dudley kidnapped Lilia and amassed an army of vile creatures. The king set a reward for any brave soul who could save his daughter. Jacksmith, who desperately needed the money, packed up the forge and hit the road to save Princess Lilia. But he's just a blacksmith. He can't actually fight. He could craft a flawless weapon, but using one is not his specialty. He's going to need some help. So here's the setup of the game. I don't know how many levels this had exactly, but this is basically how the game works. So we have our blacksmith right here, and we have Scout who's going to tell us what enemies are ahead. So 3 simple enemies right there. Okay, so we have a pigman right here. You've called the local soldiers to your cause. Click to take a weapon order. And this guy likes using swords. So let's go ahead and craft. Craft a sword. Oh god, I love this game. Alright, so we got copper. It's been a while since I played this, so I might mess this up a bit. I think we need to wait until... Oh, wait until it's... Oh, uh-oh. Ah, dang, I forgot you have to do that slowly. Okay, this first sword might be a little wonky. Oh goodness, hopefully it'll do. And then we have to hammer around the edges to make it sharper. Oh, good. Alright, there is a mechanic where you get bonuses if you hit right on the edge. And what parts of the sword still need ironing out? Right there. Okay, now we need to put a hilt on it. We don't have any crazy hilts right now, so just put on the defaults. Awesome. And a cap. There we go. And that sword has fire damage too. And let's see, we forged it bad, the hammering was pretty good, and the handle was pretty good. So this guy also wants a sword. So how many folks have ever played the Papa Louie games? Just saying, because if you ever had, or if you ever have, this game's how you create weapons and the is almost identical to how you cook, serve, and prepare food in those games. But instead, the context is different, because instead of, running a restaurant, you're a blacksmith. There we go. That's a flawless sword right there. And honestly, this game is kind of brilliant to me. I really wish they made, a sequel to this at some point, because or even, just released, a mobile version of this game, because this game is absolutely brilliant. It's a complete one-off kind of game, but I really love it. I love the atmosphere, I love the art style. Even the story is pretty good as far as, ooh, perfect, nearly perfect at that. Even the story is pretty good as far as, Flash games go. You guys know I love medieval fantasy, so yeah, this is right up my alley. Even though I do love cooking food for people, too. The start here, the weapon building stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie about something. I have always wanted to let's play a Papa Louie game, but I kind of neglected against it because the series is perpetual. Like, you can actually go forever in those games. I don't think that's really that great for a Let's Play, or at least the kinds of Let's Plays I do. And also, it is a tad on the repetitive side, but in a good kind of way. Like, it's a game that's very, like, chill to play on your own. But it's a bit difficult to actually work... Oh, that was bad. It's a game that's a bit difficult to work in a Let's Play. But you know what? I mean, Flash is going to be gone pretty soon, so I kind of... Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, there is actually an incentive to do it within a certain amount of time. So, we don't actually fight... Well, actually, no, we do technically fight. We can fire, I think, cannonballs? Also, we'll drop loot when attacked. Oh, and we have to collect the loot. Yeah, okay. So, we don't actually fight in this game. Instead, the little pigmen we recruited are the ones who battle for us. I feel really bad for the one with the awful sword, but they seem to be doing pretty well. The characters don't die. Instead, like, their weapons break and then they run away because you're a bad blacksmith, apparently. Oh, hold on, I just gotta pop up. There we go. Nice! No weapons even broke either. Oh. And for completing an area, they have to break the chest too, which I kind of love. You get a lot of stuff, and I think that's also like a recipe for a new kind of weapon. Epic weapon design. There we go. Nice. Here's everything we got. Now that's the tip of an arrow. Well, the other tip of an arrow. So we're gonna get bowsman pretty soon, if you can't tell. There we go. The simple bow. And that's basically the gameplay loop. I think there are like 4 or 5 levels, each getting perpetually more difficult, not just because of the monsters, but because you also need to create a wider diversity of weapons. And this game can get kind of difficult. So these birds, the birds always want the bows. By the way, what the characters want, it all depends on their species. Like the pigs always want swords. The pigs always want swords. The birds always want bows. I think there's like 6 types of weapons in the game. We'll get to those as we go further through. Let's see, I haven't built a bow in a while, so I probably shouldn't have used my best stuff for it just yet. Okay, I think this one you have to like stretch it, but they have to be even. That's not so great. And also the handle. Heck, let's just put that on. There we go. One thing I kind of like is that, there is one type that is always infinite, although it's the worst one. The cooler stuff, though, you get infinite, like it drops from enemies and the like. Okay, you can scrap one any time during crafting, which will destroy the weapon or restore all metal and parts to your inventories. If you feel like you're doing awful at making something... Oh, nice, I did everything good except the stretching. If you feel like you're doing absolutely awful at making something, you can kind of reset, and all you really lose for that is a time bonus. Because you do get a time bonus because you can get, like, the emeralds for that, and I'll explain what the emeralds do in a bit. There we go. This is a very chill game, by the way. Something kind of different between this game and Papa Louie games is that, like, you can actually go back to, Oh, wait! Huh. Okay, I was gonna say, the Papa Louie games have a lot of waiting, so, like, you're encouraged to go back to, like, the till, let's just call it the till, like, the front of the store, and, like, get orders, or get more orders from people, and then like, multitask your orders, but it doesn't look like that's really much of a mechanic in this game. Okay, let's go ahead and use our cool stuff. I think that means I did bad on it. The handle is tricky, because, like, if you mess up, like, the first one, you're almost doomed to fail. Copper. We don't have enough for other stuff. I think the trick I used is I tried to make it so it pointed towards this screw, like when I played this a lot as a kid. And then that's like... I mean, it's not perfect, but it's like better if I were to wing it. I just need a few weapon designs. The heck? Whoa! Armor piercer. You can see the parts needed to build a weapon. Bookmark the parts. Oh, right, okay, yeah. That's a mechanic too. Oh, that's perfect? Okay. First I did that well. I always screw up the stretching on the bows, I don't know. Like, I'm not great at... I'm not a perfect man, but I do well enough to save the princess. By the way, I love the like, character design and art style of this game. Like, I don't know, a fantasy universe where, like, all the characters are animals is nothing new, but there's something I really particularly like about this art style. I call it, like, the Flash art style, where, like, it's super simple, yet, like, every character has... Or every character and enemy, like, I don't know, like... I don't know how I'm gonna word this, but, like... I just like how it looks. It's like, it's simple, but it seems like there was still a lot of work put into it. That's what I'm trying to go for. I love art styles like that. At the end of every level, you get something new, which I love too. Oh, is he firing at? Okay. And for that, we get... You can skip this if you want, but I like seeing the little thing go up. Nice. Cannonballs, yes, yeah. I knew cannonballs were a thing in this game. I just didn't know when you got them. Oh, it actually shows you what you get down here, okay. Next we have... more of the same. That spider is new, though. Oh, this guy! I remember this guy. Hello there, I've got some items in stock if you need to buy anything. Over here. I like to think that he's always like clinging on to the back of the back of the thing. And this is what the emeralds are for. You can buy, if you like the game on Facebook, you get 100 emeralds. You can like just, if you see like something interesting coming up that you would need like a special weapon for, you can just straight up buy like a grip or a guard or a cap or whatever the heck you need from this guy. Oh, and ore as well. I don't use this guy too much, but I don't know, he is useful sometimes. Can I check the design book real quick? Armor piercer and star sword. Fair enough. Alright, so a bow. Let's do some... We have a lot of bronze, so yeah, we could probably go all out here. This is a nice attention to detail. The rim of this little thing right here, it's the same color as the item you put in. As you'd expect, like, higher grades of stuff does objectively just get you a better weapon. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's a cool looking tip. But like shamrocks and like the shamrocks, like the little star things, all those are their own like determined stats. I think the star is like just how much damage it does. Another bow. If I remember correctly, I think the bow was like always the thing I was the worst at making as a kid. Oh, and that's iron, by the way. It looks like coal from Minecraft, I know, but like no, it's iron. Just trust me on this. And the higher grade of a weapon, the longer it does take to actually create. Or the longer it takes to actually, like, heat up the material. Which makes sense, I guess. I mean, you know, if something takes longer to create, like, it's going to be harder. It's going to be more durable. I want to get this one perfect, because this is, like, a really good weapon. That's good enough for me. You know, something I kind of like about this game is that, you have options. Like, do you want to use your really good, like, handles and grips and, like, bow tips on, on like, the first thing you need? Or do you want to put it on, like, weapons of a lower grade in case you might, yeah. So, like, the characters, yeah. Do you want to put it on, what I'm trying to say? It gives you options. Like, do you want to make one super soldier by putting all of your best grips and, like, tips and, like, and like Fletchers on like your weaker or on like your strongest grade metal, or do you want to like spread it out a bit? There's a lot of like options there, and that's something I always really like about these games. Although this one I feel kind of pulls that off the best, better than any of the Papa Louie games, because they're like, you're given a list of what the customer wants, and you need to follow it or else you get penalized for it. Not so much here, you can get a little more creative, and I kind of prefer that from one of these types of games, honestly. Nice, okay. I like to think that just gold or emeralds just appear in his little place right there. So, yeah. The cannonballs aren't a crazy mechanic. Basically, you can press 1 to drop a cannonball from the top of your... Oh, I missed one. From the top of your caravan on one of these enemies to help your soldiers out. There we go. Oh, Arachnip. I love the names of the enemies in this game. And there we go. They drop something cool too. Heck, they always drop cool stuff. There we go. Nice. Cannoneer. I forgot if the ranks do much, honestly. I think it's just like a gauge of how far you into the game. Oh, and the double axe. Okay, okay. This one, I remember being a bit of a pain to create as a kid, but whatever, we'll make it work. Alright, so what we got this time? We might be... I think we have a chapter boss coming up. That bee is new. Okay. Oh, right, this game was a bestiary, too. There's a lot of enemies in this game. A lot of them are recolors of each other, admittedly, and the goats want axes. So let's go ahead and make one of those. Let's make a bronze one. The axes require a lot of materials. They require 10. Meanwhile, I think the bows require 5, and like the swords require, I think, 6 or 8. I might mess up the numbers there, I don't know. And, oh yeah, okay, you have to assemble the axe. There we go. That's okay, I guess. Oh, this is where I always mess this up as a kid, because, like, yeah. There we go. Because, like, remember what I said? Like, if you mess up just once, it's kind of game over with like the handle mechanic. There we go. I actually did that one pretty well, I feel. I think I messed up the first step, but the other... No, I actually perfected the first step. I swear one of those was a bit lopsided. I don't 100% know what happens if you fail. Like, if you make the wrong kind of weapon for the wrong type of character. I guess, like, you just can't give it to them. Oh, God, can you imagine a bird trying to use an axe? This part is pretty simple, honestly. You just have to line it up perfectly. Just make sure that's like a right angle. That's pretty perfect. If I don't get perfect on that, I'm going to be a little angry. I always feel like I missed that one, but I did. Did it perfectly. Now let's put that cap. There we go. One thing I do kind of like too is that multiple parts can be used between different weapons. Like for example, the handles have been you can use handles on all of the weapon types we've seen so far. Oh, the bows require 8. Okay. There we go. So once again, it adds more options. Like, do you want to get a bit more... Do you want to use more powerful handles for, like, the weapons you're not good at making, like, personally? Or do you want to, again, make a super soldier kind of character? Just like that one unit that's perfect in every way. Oh my god, I perfected that. Huh, doesn't have that. I thought you got an achievement for perfecting something. Eh, whatever. Achievements, if you can, like, min-max the achievements, by the way, that's a really good way to get a lot of different, or a lot of, they do a jumping attack. I forgot about that. That looks so goofy. If you can, like, min-max, the achievements, because the achievements do give you emeralds, you can, like, get some really broken gear super early. You know, if you, if a weapon doesn't break when you, yeah, if a weapon doesn't break in a battle, typically what that means is, yeah. Actually, wait. When a weapon doesn't break in battle, you don't get that weapon back. Like, you have to make fresh new weapons for every round. Which, honestly, that does you think that would give the game kind of a too good to use kind of syndrome sort of thing? You know, because, like, do you want to use your good items here, or do you want to, like, stockpile them all for the boss? But honestly, I don't really think that's as big a deal here, because, you get so much stuff in this game that I don't really think it matters. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Oh, we actually lost. Okay. Travel to Cinder Spring. Wait, I didn't beat it, though. It's... Axe Grinder. Okay. Beware pig... I didn't win, though. Wait. Do you get to move on even if you don't win? Oh, you'll start to see fire enemies. Okay. So yeah, this game also does have elemental weaknesses, and some weapons do inherently have, like, hold on a sec. Can I, like, pause and... Can I go back? I didn't beat that level. I didn't get the treasure for it. Bestiary badges, help. Help! It's designs inventory. That's the info. Oh, okay, I guess. Oops. Oh, wait, don't want to do that. I guess we're not finishing that level. Okay, just a simple sword. This we can do. We're good at making swords. Let's go ahead and use bronze. How I kind of gauge which weapons I'm going to use is, like how well do I think I'm going to perfect the weapon? Because, like, if I'm not good at making a particular weapon, I might put a, like, a really good, item on that weapon in turn to kind of make my life a little bit easier, just to make it less likely to break. That's good enough. Handles. Ooh, that's a crazy looking handle. I like that one. I like the ones that stick down a bit because, like, it's easier to perfect them. Nice. That's pretty solid. And an axe. Can I, like, make, I'm gonna purchase this. Because, and I have to use bronze. Because, we have fire enemies coming up, and as you probably expect, fire is weak to water. So that's yet another thing to keep in mind when you play this game. Again, like, it's just enough mechanics that, like, you feel super smart for figuring it out, but it never feels, like, overwhelming at all. And because I really want this to be the MVP weapon, I'm going to make super sure I do well this time. I am expecting to perfect all of this. There we go. Okay, so let's put that on because it's just flat damage. Awesome. Perfect. And then I'm going to put the moon on. It's just more damage at the end of the day. These little elements right here, like the little, like, crescent, I think that's, like, dark damage. I almost perfected that. The game is also pretty lenient, to be honest. Oh, that's fine, that's fine. Just put it in. I always screw up that one. After you're done with a, another axe, after you're done with a level, you don't get that weapon back. My headcanon is that that's like your payment to the soldier for helping you out. Like, they get to keep the weapon. So, again, just another thing you have to keep in mind. Oh. That feels a little off. Uh-oh. Oops. Oh my god, that's a little lopsided, but hopefully it'll work. Oh, I forgot about that. Like, you don't... The cannon, like, auto-locks onto the enemy, so if you want, you can just kind of mash the button and, like, just get free hits whenever it's available. Okay, new enemy coming up. This is the enemy that is weak to water. It's a fire enemy. And which enemy has the fire? It's that, goat right there. Yeah, it looked like that did a little bit more damage. You can hold down... Oh god, I don't like that sound effect. Hopefully they'll be able to do this. They have weapon durability. I think I'll be able to do this. A couple characters will have their weapons break though. When the enemy physically attacks you, that's what makes it so... Oh god. Okay, good. Oh, that was super close. When the enemy physically attacks you, that's what makes the weapon go down, like, super low. Or that decreases the durability on all weapons. 3 different weapon designs for swords. Okay. I think I'm gonna continue. Like, you can see what I get in the next area. We got a shield! Oh, I forgot about shields. Yeah. Yeah, shields are a thing in this game. I think shields inherently do water damage. What animal used the shield again? I kind of forgot, to be honest. It's a spider, fire plant. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of recolors in this game. So there is the barbarian. Ooh, okay. If you craft, like, a sword that has a weapon on it, you get these buffs down here. They're not really crazy buffs, but if you can afford to... Oh, the sheep! How did I forget about the sheep? Sheep are my favorite animal. Let's make the absolute most perfect shield of all time. I remember really enjoying making shields for some reason. I think, like, you have to, like, paint it and then, like, put an emblem, like, perfectly in the center. There we go. I'm feeling confident. Like, we're gonna... There we go. Yeah, choose a paint. And then you have to, like... Oh, good. This is like putting sauce on the pizza in Papa Louie. It really is. You see, like I said, like, it's technically a Papa Louie game, but, like, it's about fantasy and making weapons for animals. Like, it's so funny to me. I like how the sheep have little mustaches, too. Like, that's so funny to me. Can I, like... Oh, hold on. Not quit. I keep wanting to... Can I, like, buy an emblem? Do you not sell them? I thought you sold them. That's a cool looking pole. The poles are for, like, axes and stuff. Oh, shields. Okay, shields are their own separate things. There are no water shields specifically. I think that's wind. That spiral is wind. I'm gonna buy that. That's not too expensive. But that's rock damage. Okay, let's make a badass, like, black shield. Like, this is gonna be perfect. And oh, look at the little, like, timer thing there. I don't think going into the shop lowers the the time meter at all, which is cool. I like that. Like, you get a little bit of a breather just to think about that. Okay, let's go ahead and put this on. The game wants you to go back and forth here, but I remember I always liked doing, like, this little spiral thing. Yeah, because you can more accurately kind of judge that. It's easier to perfect it, in my opinion, if you want to spiral. And a sword, okay. God, I could make an entire video on why the gameplay loop to these games is so satisfying, because it looks a little boring, admittedly, just making the same kind of weapon, but like there is something really satisfying about this, and this is something that extends into the Papa Louie games as well, even though I do consider this a Papa Louie game. Like, just making the perfect sword. Like, there's something really satisfying to that. That is a weird-looking grip. How did I perfect that? That was the weirdest grip of all time. I think the Shamrock, what the Shamrock does, that increases luck, which is a weird stat. I think it just, like, increases, like, the types of, There we go. I think having high luck, like, increases the types of, like, stuff that drops from enemies. Like, you get more emeralds, you get more, like, tools and, like, weapon parts. God, I love making shields. There we go. That's perfect. Painting, and there we go. You will likely never see me not get 100% in painting. Like, I am the master at painting shields in Jacksmith. Okay, now let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, they like shield bash. Okay. Tinder Tulip. Again, I love the names in this game. There we go. I think certain types of weapons have, like, inherent elemental damage to them. Like, I think shields inherently do a little bit of water damage, which explains why these are a little bit easier to take down than... Oh, I'd say that as his shield just breaks. Okay. Don't worry. We have, like, a super soldier on our team right there. That guy with the white shield, or no, the black shield is... I think that's that one. It's kind of hard to tell, like, which durability meter, like, lines up to what character. There we go. There we go. Nice. Is that diamond? Cool. Beat 30 enemies. Okay. I love the word journeyman, by the way. And Riverhoof. Okay. Water enemies. Wait, boosts against the... Hold on a second. Oh, is it that, like, if I use a fire weapon on a fire guy, that does more damage? I thought it was the other way around. Let's purchase some inexpensive water stuff just to... I don't even know what we're gonna fight today. Too much. Not cannot afford, just too much. I love it. I love this game. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. Okay, so a shield. Yeah, we did get crystal. Oh, it's crystal, not diamond. I played Minecraft. I played Minecraft around this time too. Can you blame me for thinking it's diamond? Shields do require... I think shields require the most amount of an ore to create a weapon for. Because it is just like... It really is just a mass of like, iron or whatever you're making it out of. So I always mix... It's really hard to gauge exactly what the center is. Expert Forger. Sword. You see that little yellow line in the pot? I always like to make sure that fits around, like, the part where it pours out. That's how I typically do really good at that little mini game. I try to keep that in mind. Oh, that's not a great attempt at that, but whatever. Let's give you a little bit more health. Let's try out that water grip. Perfect at that. And do this just so it lasts a little longer. That's gonna get like a 99%. I can, yeah. Just use the highest grade. I mean, why the heck not? You're always gonna get more later. Yeah, you see like the little triangle where it pours out? I always like to make sure the yellow line of the molten ore is around that point. Like that's how I tend to do really good at that part. Games like these are always all about like finding a trick to make the game a little bit easier on you. We are not fighting water enemies, so we'll do... I always mess that up, dang it. I believe that'll counteract that a bit. Why the heck not? And this is probably going to be a bad weapon. That's going to do a lot of damage, at least. There's really no reason to not fire the cannon if you can. Oh, okay, the new enemy is coming up after this guy. Yeah, that little skull just means unelemented, basically. Alright, here we go. We have a water enemy. Oh, that guy's about to break. Oh, cool. Okay, no one broke there. I think we got this one. That's fine. Cool. Okay, good. We did it. More crystal, and yeah. I like how you can still fire the cannon after that. Sheep shearer. Some of them get a bit silly. Gladius, or Gladius, however you say that. So the Gladius is a new type of sword, but we can already make swords. So what does that do, you might ask? Oh, okay, this one's really gonna have to... Hold on, can I, like, look at my items real quick? So you have water and fire coming up. What do we have to make this time? Okay, a sword, He hit the same thing over and over. That's funny. Every item uses, or every character uses grips. Let's do that. Okay. Okay, so yeah, this is what I was talking about. Like every item has every weapon has like an inherent elemental boost. There's more fire here though, so we can make our first crystal weapon. Okay, let's do this. It's gonna take a while to melt down. So let's, yeah. I'm gonna make at least one Gladius though. There we go. Nothing beats a light blue sword. Why the heck not? Lightning, dark damage. Ooh, oh, dang it. Almost perfect at that. Just do more overall damage. And fire damage. Now that's a weapon. I messed up the handle a bit, but that's a real good weapon. Axes. Gold. Okay, don't use gold for your weapons, kids. they have crap durability. Come on, there we go. We are not going to be getting a good time bonus for today. Oh, there we go, messing that up again. Another sword. And yeah, we'll use a Gladius for this one. Make it out of steel. Oh, this one's a bit trickier to do because it's like a little concave on itself. Around the tip. There we go. Just the tip. God, I want to remember where that's from. That was a crazy show. I'm an old school YouTuber. As long as it's like past 90, I feel like I'm good. Can I purchase anything shield related that'll help me here? The sun? I can buy the sun, I don't know. Some crazier space dust. Where does Jacksmith get his infinite gold? I must ask, or his infinite copper, I must ask. Like, if you can get infinite copper, that's a lucrative business right there. Because, hey, it may be a bad weapon, but you can mass produce that. Ooh, this is the ultimate fire weapon that I keep messing up construction for. Alright, let's see what we got. We know what we got, like... Oh, dang! Okay, yeah, I'm glad I... I min-maxed the heck out of this. I got 50 weapon parts dropped by enemies in battle. That's the whole point of the game. Fire Fleece. Attack 10 fire-based enemies with fire-boosted weapons. Yeah, you do have to attack enemies with their respective element. I thought it was the other way around. Okay, that was my bad. I know I would have realized that as a kid, because I was kind of a dumb kid, but I wasn't that dumb. Even in high school. Alright, there we go. It looks like we got a new design there. Oh, a new cannonball! Right, there are multiple cannonballs, too. Well, there we are. It looks like we're about to get a new weapon, too. So we got... Alright, fire thing, water thing. Okay. I think that's going to be it for this episode, though. I'll see you folks next time. Thanks for watching.